Sir? Mrs. Breckenridge, what are you doing in this part of town?
I'm escorting Margaret to an appointment to see a quack.
He is a highly regarded medicinal expert, Thomas. I've been having the worst aches in my wrists from typing. And what this means is
Coles, darling, you'll be safe.
I will.
Make way. Make way.
An aeroplane. Never did like them. Always falling from the bloody sky.
It says Arcadia. Given the size of the pilot, I'd say it's a woman.
And the crash hardly surprising. Why do I feel we've seen this before?
Sir!
My God.
I believe it's landing.
Not landing.
What have we got, Murdoch?
Sir, some sort of flying machine.
Sir, I think the pilot is still in the machine.
Be careful, George. Don't touch any of the metal. It may still be hot.
Bloody hell, Murdoch. You don't think that...
No, sir. I don't think the pig was in control of the aircraft. Except this time the aircraft is piloted by a human being. And given the heat from the fire, I would say this aircraft was fueled with liquid hydrogen.
Liquid hydrogen, what's that?
Sir, I believe we may be looking at the piloted version of James Pendrick's rocket.
You don't think this had anything to do with Pendrick?
Sir, I don't believe anyone in the world but James Pendrick has ever built a functioning aircraft fueled by liquid hydrogen.
But the pilot's a woman. Meaning if he built this thing...
And he's responsible for her death.
This is the aircraft?
What's left of it? What have you learned about the pilot, Miss Hart?
Very little, I'm afraid. She hadn't had any children, nor suffered any broken bones. Beyond that, I can't tell you anything given the state of the body.
We still have no information as to this aircraft's origin.
Nor the whereabouts of James Pendrick.
There were a few items on the body that didn't burn in the fire. A piece of melted gold,
Could be an earring, a piece of jewelry.
perhaps. But this was of the greatest interest. A piece of metal that had withstood the fire.
For it to withstand a liquid hydrogen fire, it would have to be made of tungsten or some other steel alloy.
Something on the back.
Yes. Ashme. I know that name.
I hate to say it, but she may have been planning this all along. But she...
Who are you? Identify yourself. You. Pendrick's assistant.
The name is Ashme, detective.
Was she working with him again?
For her to have this sort of tag, it means she was involved in this Arcadia project in some official capacity.
But she was an expert in pharmaceuticals. Why would she be working on a rocket-powered airplane?
I know someone who might be able to tell us. I found these in your residence today. Schematics for an experimental aircraft.
Yes, I was designing a specialized airplane with James. It was to soar great distances in order to deliver medicine around the world.
Medicine.
James discovered an antibacterial drug that would be systemically active.
You mean it could cure bacterial infection anywhere in the body?
He called it antibiotic medicine. It would cure all disease. His dream was to have it aerosolized and distributed automatically over every city in the world through a mechanism on the long-range aircraft. We called the project Arcadia, autonomous rocket-charged aerosolized dispersal aircraft.
Also the Greek word for utopia. Did it work?
We never got that far. before it was completed, James disappeared.
And what about Ashmi Desai?
The who?
Mr. Pendrick's former... I believe she was the person piloting this aircraft when it crashed.
I've never heard of her.
Did Mr. Pendrick recently have cause to replace you as his assistant?
If he did, it would break my heart. I love James, detective. I always have.
Well, this appears to be the aerosolized particle device she spoke of. Good Lord.
What? What is it?
I've only seen this sort of solution once before.
I put a bullet.
Pendrick's instant rabies. He says he took to spray all over Toronto.
Someone did. Rabies can be transmitted via aerosolized particle through the eyes, nose, and mouth. If this had been detonated, it could have killed everyone in the city.
Why would James do that?
James was a man of peace, not war. It's not yours. I will not have my name on a war machine.
You betrayed your country, sir.
We have but one life, Murdoch. I have to be true to myself.
I think you're correct, sir. I don't believe James Pendrick was behind this.
That's exactly right.
Terrence Myers. Why am I not surprised?
And why are we correct?
That James Pendrick is not behind this because James Pendrick is dead.
I can't believe James Pendrick is dead. How did it happen?
Pendrick and I had been working together for much of the past year, but several months ago...
He'd been working with you. I wouldn't expect that given your history.
The Ottomans. How do they know anything about James Pendrick?
Ironically, through one of Pendrick's own inventions.
What on earth is this device?
Images and texts are processed by the computer and then transmitted to local receivers, which are connected to a network. We call it cellular telegraphy. All our transmissions are first recorded to a coil of magnetic wire.
What am I looking at here?
He was a participant in our face space.
Face space?
When a group of people gather together in a mutual conversation, we call it a chat space. When they transmit images, we call it a face space. It's just marketing.
Oh.
So you can send a message to anyone in the world with this?
If they have a portal, yes. They currently have 1,000 machines. We want to make that 1 million, and then 1 billion.
Pendrick Parlor? I thought he shut that down.
Well, the parlor is the machine, so as long as people use them, they exist.
What did you know about it?
Canada became aware of Pendrick's parlor as an alternative means of encrypted communication, much more secure than trusting a mail carrier or a telegraph operator. Unfortunately, the Ottomans gained access.
Not so secure after all.
These days, we have much more secure passcodes. In the past, everyone used the names of their pets.
George Crabtree, I presume.
Yes, we met yesterday.
Not by name. I'm Melody Struthers, assistant machine instructor.
So I was able to reverse engineer the passcode.
And it was Tesla, so?
Tesla was the name of Pendrick's dog at the time. Coincidence?
Yes, it has to be.
What was your passcode?
Violet.
Who's Violet?
She was my dog. But this is Pendrick we're talking about. I mean, he's trying to save humanity, not destroy it.
But the Ottomans cracked the code, intercepted our messages, found out about Arcadia, and conscripted someone to steal it.
How?
They used sophisticated recruitment techniques to find a vulnerable Canadian parlor user in something called chat space.
They turned an ordinary Canadian into an Ottoman agent simply by typing a few lines from somewhere around the world?
Murdoch, manipulating a simple mind is easier than one might think. One simply has to inundate the target with misinformation and then convince him he has to commit acts of treason in order to save the world.
So Pendrick was killed by some half-wit sitting behind a computer?
And that half-wit stole the plans for Arcadia, built a biological weapon that is capable of killing the citizens of Toronto.
How do you know about this?
We monitor all parlor transmissions.
Then why didn't you simply stop this plot to kill all the citizens of Toronto?
Because we didn't know if the threat was credible. We didn't know that the Ottomans actually had instant rabies. Plus, Pendrick's parlor is filled with a myriad of schemes, many of them nothing more than the fantasies of schoolboys. It is indeed a chaotic web of darkness.
Why the Ottomans?
Because the Ottomans have aligned themselves with the Germans and the Austrians against the Entente. They anticipate a war the likes of which the world has never seen. With this technology, it ends before it begins.
By exterminating the enemy.
We need to find out who did this before they try it again.
Even if some parlor halfwit was able to steal Pendrick's schematics, there is no way they could build the Arcadia. They would have to have had help. Oh no. She's gone. Miss Tsiolkovsky, stop.
What are you doing? Why did you run?
You built Arcadia, didn't you?
It's true. I did. But I had nothing to do with turning it into a weapon. I built it for love. James and I have always loved each other's brothers.
And lastly, my assistant, Mr. Sam Trenwith, without whom I'd be entirely lost.
Now, that is just shameless flattery, but it does happen to be true.
Sir, we went through the contents of Mr. Trenwith's desk. He seems to have an odd preoccupation with Mr. Pendrick, sir. We found the poems.
You knew he was going to test his theory.
I couldn't let the information get out, not on the eve of the share offering. James needs that money for phase 1.
Mr. Trenwith, there isn't going to be a phase 1. Mr. Pendrick's flash won't work.
As of this particular moment, maybe, but James will figure it out. He always does. He is a genius.
Whatever did I do to deserve such loyalty?
I believe he was in love with you.
I'm Melody Struthers, assistant machine instructor.
I'm not sure what that means.
It means I write coded instructions for the machines, and Professor Harding gets the credit.
You also considered indispensable to the future of humanity.
I'm needed for my innovative approach to applied mathematics.
Indeed. Dr. Harding, this is Melody Struthers.
Do you know what this is all about?
Not the foggiest. And if anyone else does, they're not saying.
We all wanted to honor James. We would never betray him by building a weapon.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but James Pendrick is dead.
We feared this might be the case. We worked on Arcadia hoping every day for his return, but knowing perhaps we were building his monument.
Thomas, where were you? You were supposed to pick me up at my appointment.
Bloody old woman, I've got things on my mind.
Don't speak to me like that.
Margaret, James Pendrick is dead.
Oh, no, Thomas, I'm so sorry.
So am I.
Excuse me.
Sir? With an eye.
Sir, I don't think James Pendrick would want our tears. He would want us to clear his good name.
You're spot on, Murdoch.
So, progress.
We'll be keeping Miss Tsiolkovsky in custody until we know more. But I believe another of Mr. Pendrick's assistants could be the Ottoman operative we're looking for.
Figure it out, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll be taking the rabies. It's an asset of the Canadian government.
Fine, we don't want it here.
Where is it?
What?
The rabies vial. It was right there, and now it's gone.
Then the operative we seek is within this station house.
That vial was stolen within the last hour. We've checked Miss Tsiolkovsky, but she's clean.
One of your constables, then.
My men are trustworthy.
I'm sure most of your men are trustworthy, sir, but one of them may well be a spy. Should kill them all, just to be sure.
It could also have been the chief constable.
I became God.
It's time for the truth, Myers.
I've told you the truth. I never did say McCarthy was real. I just neglected to tell you he wasn't.
Enough lies, Mr. Myers.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You actually own an insurance company?
Yes, I do.
No, not at all, sir. I regret if you inferred that I was inferring that it...
Enough.
I cede the point. Go ahead.
What's this?
I was testing a newfound pen. You quite finished?
I don't trust him, Murdoch.
Neither do I.
Do you think he took the vial?
I have no idea. But I'd like to find out what he's up to. Do you still have the Pendrick portal in your office?
No. I got too wrapped up in it.
Look at this. Someone sent out a photo of a cat hanging from a clothesline. Bloody priceless.
I was going to throw it in the garbage, but then Margaret took to it.
Your wife has been using a Pendrick portal?
She types non-stop. She's at it night and day. Margaret!
This is Brackenreed. I must say, I'm surprised to learn that you are a parlor machine user.
Oh, it's a marvel. I can speak to anyone on here. We trade recipes and remedies. I found out about the man who's healing my wrist from a parlor user.
You got medical advice from a stranger communicating to you through a computer? Why not seek care from the Women's College Hospital?
I like to do my own research.
I told you. Addicted. Margaret, we need to use the portal for a few minutes.
Fine. Just let me know when you're finished.
Put the kettle on. What are you thinking, Murdoch?
Well, sir, I believe the slip of paper in Myers' pocket is his passcode. If so, it will grant us access to all of his communications, no matter how secretive. Have you gained access to the machine yet?
Not yet. You need to reconfigure the passcode manually.
What's in here, then?
Hopefully, Mr. Cormac's latest transmissions.
So you can send a message to anyone in the world with this?
I want to bring the world together, Inspector. The free exchange of ideas between people and peoples.
I just want to send a message without talking to anyone.
I've managed to access some of the blocked sections.
Bloody hell, he's naked. Myers keeps the passcode in his pocket.
He said the government mandated greater security. A random string of letters and numbers is much more difficult to remember.
Well, how did you remember it? You only saw it for a second.
I don't know. I just remember things.
It worked.
Right. A number of messages reference a specific location, a 77 Amelia Street. It must be the location of some sort of government asset.
Another aircraft, perhaps?
Possibly. He calls it Jade Neck Prism.
What's that?
Perhaps it's a refractory weapon of some kind. Oh, here, sir. A message from Myers just this morning, telling someone that he will be at the Amelia Street location later today. And that person then in turn replied that the access protocol has changed to ask for Mr. George.
So he's there now? What are we waiting for? I told you, addicted. She didn't even put the kettle on.
Just the Sims.
Must be the wrong place. Maybe 77 Amelia Street is code for something.
Pardon me, sir. We're looking for Mr. George.
There is no one by that name here.
Let's get out of here, Murdoch.
Sir.
King George.
What the? How did you find me?
Forget about that. What are you hiding from us? Did you take that vial?
You are on the site of a top-secret operation. You have to leave now.
Tell us what you're hiding. And what's this jade neck prism? A weapon?
I will tell you nothing. Both of you, out!
Oh. He's not hiding a device. He's hiding a man. Jade neck prism. It's an anagram.
All right, come out.
An anagram for James Pendrick.
You're alive.
Indeed I am. I've been hiding my true progress on Arcadia to prevent you from weaponizing it. Instead, I've been feeding my research to my team.
Your team? How?
I used your portal.
It's impossible. We monitor all transmissions on the portal.
We use a backdoor channel engineered by Cat Lady.
Your pseudonym is Cat Lady?
Yes. I like cats.
Melody Struthers, but clearly the plan was folly. Someone must have infiltrated my assistant's operation and weaponized Arcadia.
One of your assistants has been compromised by the Ottomans?
Any idea who?
No, but I know who it isn't. And she can help us.
James, I feared I would never see you again.
Hoping we would be reunited is the only thing that gave me reason to go on.
All right, enough. Please, who is the spy?
Well, I know it wasn't Svetlana. We installed a failsafe on Arcadia, a self-destruct feature that only she and I knew about. She's the only one I truly trusted.
It's true. I destroyed Arcadia.
Because it had been outfitted with a biological weapon.
Yes. I discovered Ashmi was a spy. I confronted her and she tried to kill me. I escaped. When I saw Arcadia taking off, I knew I had to stop the operation.
Why didn't you simply tell us about all of this?
I trust no one but James.
Any other assistants?
They fled. That was always the plan if something went wrong. I am so sorry. James, I destroyed our dream.
You saved every man, woman, and child in the city.
All right, well, if Ashmi was the spy, then that problem is solved. But the vial was stolen after the crash, which means that someone else working in this station house is also working on behalf of the Ottomans.
What is this?
Oh, this is Ashmi Desai's identity tag.
No. This.
Oh, it's a filigreed medal of some kind. I assume she was wearing jewelry at the time.
This does not belong to Ashmi.
Of course.
I'm Melody Struthers, assistant machine instructor.
The gold plating has melted off, but this is the tie-pin always worn by Melody Struthers.
So she's the one who died in the crash.
Ashmi knew I was onto her. She must have known her flight could be compromised.
So she was forced into the pilot seat and her identity tags were exchanged. Oh, Melody!
Detective Murdoch?
So Ashmi is still alive, but she was never here. How could the vial have been stolen without us noticing?
It's her.
Ashmi? What does she want?
James,
Ashby,
Hello, James.
what do you want? Arcadia?
I already have the plans to rebuild Arcadia. I want you dead. And I have something to trade. Mrs. Brackenreed.
She has your wife, Tom.
Margaret, are you all right?
Thomas, I'm so sorry. I met her at the parlor and she said that your life was in danger and that stealing that vial would save you.
Enough.
If you harm her,
Bring me James Pendrick, or your wife will be injected with a dose of rabies that will kill her in a matter of minutes.
What? No! No! Ah!
I'm sorry, Tom. Hendricks, too important.
You're gonna let her die! Oh, it will be all right, sir. We just need to focus. Now, if Ashby intends to use the rabies as a weapon, then we could...
It's dangerous, Murdoch.
We would only need to...
I have some in my lab.
But of course, then we would have to...
It's too big.
Unless...
Of course. I will return to you. I will return. All right, Ashmi. You have me. Now let Margaret go.
Not until I am certain. First, you must die.
Fine. Do what you must.
No, Pendrick, you mustn't.
There. It's done. Now let her go.
Thank you.
Only a matter of minutes now. Are you ready to die, James Pendrick?
Not just yet.
What is this?
The antidote. Aerosolized.
The house is surrounded. Ashmi Desai, you are under arrest.
what happens to Ashby now?
She will be coming with me. She stole the plans for Arcadia and needed Pendrick dead so he wouldn't build it for Canadians.
And what about Svetlana?
She and Pendrick will also be coming with me, as they will be rebuilding Arcadia.
This is outrageous. I caught your spy and returned honorably. Svetsy saved the city from total eradication. We deserve our freedom.
Pendrick, the world will be at war unless one side, preferably ours, doesn't have the deterrent to stop it.
The jobs are not done.
I don't think so.
Get out of the way, Tom. They're free to go.
They are not free to go. Get out of the way now.
James saved my wife. You were willing to let her die. If you want him, you're gonna have to go through me.
Demand you step aside. Now.
No. Murdoch, get them out of here.
The government of Canada commands you to step aside.
I take orders from the king. And the king is instructing me to knock your bloody head clean off, sunshine.
But is the world still not in danger? Terrence Myers has the plans for Arcadia that had been stolen by Ashby.
The plans are useless.
Much like the self-destruct feature, there are several crucial pieces missing from the written schematics. Only Svetsy and I know the missing elements.
We had to keep the technology from falling into the wrong hands.
The only two people who can rebuild Arcadia are standing right here, and we will never do it again.
But not even to cure humanity of all diseases?
Humanity cannot be trusted. Thank you, Murdoch. once again.
I hope we meet again someday.
Given that every time we do, the fate of the world seems to hang in the balance, I sincerely hope we don't.
Although it's not really writing. Hello, Alma.
I told you. It's Lee.
That's the actress who plays the killer, Lee Iverson. She takes her role very seriously.
Why is a man playing the other clown? They were sisters.
Yes, but there's only one killer in the movie version. Jack over there plays the part when the mask is on.
Well, the audience noticed. It was a different person.
Julia, the people who watch these things aren't exactly the best and brightest.
Louise, a thought. In this scene, after the clown has killed young Miss Robbins, I want to take on the perspective of her paramour, watching on from the corridor. The murder is done. The clown is fled, but we hold as Perry watches in terror. And we hold.
Marvelous.
Forgive me, why would you film a scene where one woman murders another woman from the perspective of a man who's merely observing?
And who are you exactly?
Claude, this is Dr. Julia Ogden.
Yes, there is a woman dead, and yes, there is a woman who killed her, but the scene hinges on the inaction of this inert man, neutered by fear and cowardice. But the man is the most interesting part.
Is he?
Claude, about the scene where I fight the clown, how scared should I be?
Scared. Louise, were you scared when you fought off the killer and brought her to the police?
I wouldn't say scared.
Bravery personified. This, dear Francis, is the task before you, to embody this vision of force and beauty. If you excuse us, Louise, we must prepare for the scene. Francis.
Well, he is certainly smitten with you.
We're courting.
Oh, how wonderful. I'm so happy for you. But did he mention that it's your character who fights and detains the killer clown?
Yes.
Well, that was me. I saved that young woman's life, not to mention my own.
Of course. But there's only room for one heroine.
Quiet, everyone. Oh. It is time. We are prepared. We are ready. Quiet, please.
Exciting, isn't it?
Roll the camera. Camera is rolling. Slate in. Slate out. Cue the lights. And begin. You hear the telephone. Rise and cross. Good. Good. And answer. Hello?
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 But no one is there. It's just music. How odd. Replace the receiver and the doorbell. Oh my. Whoever could that be? Now go to the door. Confused. Good. Pause. And now open the door. And... Oh no! It's a clown! You're scared! Now he's inside and you're terrified. Where's Perry? Call for him.
Perry? Perry, where are you?
And the knife. Good, good. And Ben's on her. She is scared. And attack! Yes. Yes. And again.
This is
and
awfully
now,
real.
Retreat. And we hold.
No. No, something is wrong.
Julia?
Miss, are you all right? Miss. It's real. The blood is...
is real. She's dead.
God's name.
Constables are searching everywhere for a man in a clown costume. Jack Richards, no sign as yet.
It was so awful, William. We just sat there and watched as he killed this poor girl.
Miss Cherry, did you know the killer, Jack Richards?
I met him briefly. Claude knew him. Detective, this is Claude Cordier, the director.
Did you know Mr. Richards well?
We've worked together many times.
Had he ever displayed any unusual behavior?
Nothing like this.
What was his relationship like with the deceased?
Well, as far as I know, they'd only just met.
Can you think of any reason why he would want to kill her?
Certainly not.
Thank you, Mr. Cordier. Oh, and I'll be needing this film.
What's all this bloody nonsense, McNabb? Halloween gets worse every year. Oh, I like the owl, though. Other Wednesday. Ah. Oh, bloody hell.
Sorry, sir.
Where'd you get that? Scared the life out of me.
Well, they sell them all over town. Half the city's dressing as a clown this year, sir. Because of the clown killing all those people last year.
How charming.
It's funny.
It's not funny, Henry. The clown killings have resumed. The killer, Jack Richards, is an actor who was playing the killer clown.
Wasn't the clown a pair of sisters?
Movie magic, or so I'm told.
Does this new killer know them?
There seems to be no direct connection aside from the film and the story. Heather and Lee Iverson have been sentenced and are in prison awaiting their hangings.
A copycat, then? No sign of him?
Constables have his photograph and are searching the streets as we speak. In the meantime, I have evidence of the killing itself.
Murdoch, don't you have your own tailor?
Oh, I was going to surprise Julia with a Halloween costume this year, but it seems I'll be working. There we are.
What is it?
His shoe.
Something on it? Dirt? Mud?
Blood?
I'm responsible for every piece of every costume. I would never have allowed him in front of the camera with dirty shoes.
When was the last time you saw him, prior to the scene?
A few minutes before. But there was nothing on his shoe.
Where might Mr. Richards have gone while he waited for the scene to begin?
There's a small dressing room down the hall there.
Oh. Thank you, Miss Canmore. Henry. Have you found anything?
No sign of anything that could have mussed up his shoes, sir.
Right, come with me.
Sir, I hesitate to state the obvious, but this man murdered someone. Does it really matter how his shoes got dirty?
You could be right, Henry. Maybe nothing.
Sir, get him off me! Get him off me!
Henry, this is Jack Richards.
He was hit on the head, likely hard enough to knock him out.
And what about the other blood?
Stabbed multiple times.
So presumably the killer knocked him out, stole his costume, then stabbed him. This is looking more and more like the killings from last year. I hate to admit it, but they'll likely kill again.
5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 parlors, 2 telephones, and a swimming pool.
It's marvelous. It's rather grand for one person, isn't it?
Claude and I will soon marry.
Oh?
There's no telling how many additions to the family will follow.
It's hard to imagine Louise Cherry as a family woman.
Would have said the same thing about Julia Ogden not too long ago. Oh, beg your pardon. Hello? Hello, is someone there? Is this some sort of joke?
Fire cleans the sins,
was that? Hello? Hello?
What was it? What was that?
I don't know. A voice? Low?
What did they say?
He said, fire cleans the sins.
Do you think it could have been the killer?
I need to check the doors.
Easy, easy. Please. What's the matter?
I thought it
We
was
just had a call. We think it could have been the killer.
Fire cleans the sins. And that's all he said?
Yes. He spoke slowly. His voice was distorted.
Distorted how?
Strange, deep, eerie. I've never heard anything quite like it.
And there was no music box like last year?
No, just the voice.
And you have no idea who might have done this?
I wrote the book on this case, Detective. There are countless readers who might want to torment me.
The knife used on both bodies is the same. At least 8 inches in length, 2 inches at its widest point.
Matching the knife that was found by the actress's body.
It's a common size, but it does happen to be identical to the size of the weapon used in last year's murders.
Of course. Thank you, Mrs. Hart.
It's a copycat then, like I said.
But the telephone call to Miss Cherry was lacking any of the hallmarks from last year's calls.
No music box.
And instead, fire cleans the sins, followed by what Miss Cherry describes as terrible moaning.
We've got 2 dead actors and a threat to the right of Miss Cherry. It must have something to do with the moving picture.
Every person that was on that film set is a suspect. And I have constables guarding each of the cast members, save for one who's unaccounted for, a Jesse Fraser playing one of the teener victims.
He could be at risk.
Or could be the killer.
Sirs, I checked the finger marks on the murder weapon against those of the suspects in last year's killings. We have a match.
Who?
That's the thing, sir. It isn't one of the suspects, per se. It's one of the killers.
What? How's that possible?
I don't know, sir, but the finger marks belong to Lee Iverson.
The murders happened on the set of a film based on Louise Cherry's book.
They're making a movie about us?
Yes.
Oh, my. Did you hear that, Heather?
The killer used the same murder weapon that you used last year. In fact, your finger marks were on it.
Were they?
Do you have any idea how that came to be?
I'm locked up, Detective. They refuse to hang us, you know. They say we're too mad.
I'm aware that you aren't the killer, Miss Iverson. But did you perhaps give the knife to someone prior to your incarceration?
We had many knives.
And what about you, Miss Iverson?
Why should we tell you anything?
I'd prefer if your sister answered.
She can't.
Why not?
The custodian left some cleaning solution. She tried to kill herself again. The acid only burned away at her throat.
I'm sorry? Please answer the question.
I remember the knife. I know where it is. Before I tell you, I want you to do something for us.
What?
We'd like to see the movie.
That's not possible. It isn't finished yet. Someone was murdered during the filming. I can provide you with other scenes if you like.
What scene were they filming? When the murder happened?
The reenactment of your first murder.
Irene.
Yes.
We enjoyed that one. How was this girl killed?
I can't disclose.
Detective. How can I trust you with what I know about the knife if you won't trust me with the details of the murder?
She was stabbed during the filming of the scene. The killer wore a facsimile of your clown costume.
How many times?
I beg your pardon?
How many times was she stabbed?
Several.
And everyone watched her die.
Yes.
I left the knife in my house. It was hidden in the pantry beside the stove.
So this is the Iverson house.
It's been boarded up since we found the parents' bodies inside. Apparently, no one's wanted to buy it.
Small wonder. If the knife's already gone, what are we hoping to find?
Perhaps whoever took it has left some evidence behind. There's no knife in the pantry, sir. We'll need to look for finger marks.
Food. And this tea's warm.
Someone's here.
Hello. How kind of you to stop by and visit me at home.
What is your name, miss?
Lee Iverson.
Lee Iverson is in an asylum. She's a murderer.
I'm not in an asylum. I live with my sister in our parents' house.
I see. And where is your sister now? That house is empty. It's abandoned because the Iverson sisters don't live there anymore.
No.
You're playing the role of Lee Iverson in a movie. Your name is Alma Greenway.
Yes.
Then why are you pretending to be Lee Iverson?
Because I want to be Lee Iverson. I want to feel everything that she feels so that I can become her on screen.
Miss Greenway, how long have you been living in the Iverson house?
A few weeks.
Did you happen to find a knife in the pantry?
What knife?
A large kitchen knife.
No.
Well, someone has. And it's likely that someone used that knife to kill two people on the set of your film, acting as Lee Iverson. So you can see why you make a very compelling suspect.
Do you know when we'll resume filming?
Thank you, Detective. I knew I could trust you.
I'll see to it that the warden provides you with a film projector. Now, do either of you know a Miss Alma Greenway?
Who?
She's an actress. She was to play you in the film. You recognize her?
What do you think?
Miss Iverson, please. This woman has been living in your old home. She impersonates you. She seems to believe that she is you.
You think she's the killer?
That's what I'm trying to ascertain.
You're smarter than that, Detective. Look at her. She's a fake.
That doesn't mean she isn't the murderer.
Of course it does.
In my experience, anyone can kill if the circumstances are right.
This killer isn't just anyone. This killer looked into the dying eyes of a human being and stabbed her again and again until the light went out.
You've only seen her photograph. How do you know what she's capable of?
She writes to us. Her letters expose her nature. She's a rich little daddy's girl pretending that life is hard.
What's this?
The letters.
From Miss Greenway.
Amongst others, we have many admirers.
This holiday's too much bloody trouble.
That's just a bit of fun, sir. What harm is there in dressing up and getting into a little mischief?
Everybody's dressed as a clown. What? What? I don't have any bloody candy. What is it?
Sir, look.
Is that it? Yes, it is. Call the fire brigade, Higgins.
Sir.
Everyone get away. Now.
Judging by the width of the pelvis, I believe he's a male. But the body is too badly burned to glean anything else at this stage.
Do you think there's any chance of determining the cause of death?
I'm not optimistic, but I will continue with the postmortem.
Miss Greenway's in our cells. Does this mean she's not our killer?
I suppose she could have killed whoever this is prior to our arresting her.
I'll do my best to determine the time of death.
Thank you, Mrs. Hart. It may be a late night.
Fire cleans the sins.
Miss Cherry's caller. Do you think he was talking about this?
If he was, what was this man's sin?
All right, that's enough.
Come, Louise. We'll marry soon enough.
And I am saving myself until that time has come to pass. You're not cross with me, are you?
On the contrary, this is precisely why I adore you so. You're not like the other woman I've courted.
Should hope not. Not like one of your actresses.
Indeed. I love you, Louise Cherry.
Oh. Oh my.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to freshen up.
Hello? Who is this? Why are you calling me?
You have to die. You all have to die.
Hello? Claude? Claude, you were out of the room last time he called. If you have anything to do with this, I swear I will. Did you make that call? You didn't. Did you kill those people? Damn it, Claude, answer me! Get away from me! Who are you? The clown charged at me. We fought. He was about to kill me, so I took the knife out of Claude to defend myself. That's when he backed off. Then he ran, and I called you.
You pulled the knife out of Mr. Cordier?
Yes.
There was a telephone call prior to the clown appearing.
Same as before. But this time he said, you have to die. You all have to die.
He clearly has some unfinished business, which would suggest that he will call again. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage. Any calls to your home will be rerouted here. The inspector and I will listen in on separate receivers.
All the switchboard operators have been apprised. Any incoming call asking for you, and they'll contact the forwarding operator to locate the caller.
What do you need from me?
When he calls, talk to him for as long as possible.
The longer that you can keep him talking, the better chance we have of getting to him before he hangs up and runs off.
Appeal to him. Ask him what he wants, Tell him what he wants to hear. But whatever you do, keep him on the line.
I'm a journalist. I know how to get people to talk.
Miss Cherry, we can suspend our endeavor if you are in need of sleep.
I want this to be over. I'd sit by the telephone for days if it would help.
Operator, we're on.
Hello? Hello, who is this?
You know who this is.
Tell me what you want, I can help.
I want you to die.
Why? Why do you want me dead?
You know what you did.
What did I do?
What was that?
Nothing.
Who's there?
I knocked something over. Hello? Hello?
The forwarding operator lost the caller. He was routed to another exchange.
We were so close.
I'm sorry, sir. I did not...
I thought I told you to get rid of that bloody mask.
It was an accident, sir.
Oh, we're on again, right?
Hello?
I know who you're with.
I'm not with anyone.
Liar. You think you're so innocent, but you're not.
You're right. So let me tell the truth for once. Let me tell your story. The world deserves to hear it.
Yes, brilliant.
Just tell me what you want. Tell me who you are. What was that?
Excellent work, Miss Cherry. We have the address.
No one. You ran off before we got here.
You must have known we were coming. Whose house is this?
We're looking into it. Crikey, look at all this stuff. The killer left plenty of evidence behind.
Sir, this is a child's toy and it's coupled to the telephone. Hello.
Disguising his voice.
These papers and articles are filled with information about last year's murders.
Correspondence?
Yes.
From whom?
Unsigned. But they all appear to be from the same person. They're collaborating with the killer, providing him with information, encouraging him.
Encouraging him to kill?
Oh my.
What's this?
A piece of correspondence between you and the clown killer.
That's impossible. I didn't write that.
It bears your signature, and the handwriting is a match.
Someone must have copied it.
In it, you explicitly request...
I didn't write it.
The author explicitly requests that the clown kill Claude Cordier.
Why would I want Claude dead?
The author says that Cordier was a sinner and that he had betrayed you.
He would never.
He was having an affair with Frances Turner, the young woman playing you in the film.
Frances. She adored Claude, but he was finished with her ages ago.
So you don't believe they were continuing to see one another?
No.
Therefore, you have no reason to doubt Mr. Cordier's loyalty to you.
None.
Then why were you so unaffected by his death?
What do you mean?
You saw the man killed before your own eyes. You pulled the knife out of his back.
My emotions are my own. I reveal them only when I choose to do so.
Miss Cherry, all of this correspondence appears to be from you, petitioning the recipient to adopt the clown killer persona and continue with the murders.
Why would I do that?
You say so yourself. You needed another hit book. With you at the center, you were writing your own sequel.
You believe her?
Miss Cherry has proven time and again that she's willing to sacrifice her morals for her career.
If she was behind it, why did the killer nearly murder her in her own home?
It's also suspicious that the caller knew to flee before we arrived and conveniently left a mound of evidence specifically implicating her.
Gentlemen?
Ah, Mrs. Hart.
Have you completed the postmortem on our burn victim?
I have. The fire burned him so badly there was little left to learn, but his left arm fared better than his right. The top layer of skin was charred, but underneath I found scar tissue.
What kind of scar?
A neat slice on his left forearm.
Left forearm, you say?
That's correct.
I'll need a photograph of that scar, Mrs. Hart.
Oh, of course.
The scars are the same.
Meaning?
This is a photograph that we took last year of Perry Balfour's arm, Irene Robbins' paramour. He was there when she was killed, but if you recalled, he was too scared to do anything and then inflicted this wound on his own arm.
Irene Robbins was the clown's first victim last year.
And the clown's first victim this year is the woman who played her in the film.
So she's the connection. Someone's avenging her death.
And anyone who exploited it, such as the writer of the book, the director of the film.
Have Higgins look into her family and friends. One of them may be the killer.
There is something else, sir. I've been reading the letters that the Iverson sisters received. Admittedly, most of them are from admirers who are smitten with them, but one is different. The writer vows revenge and wrote, "You all must die."
Just like the caller. Anonymous?
Unfortunately, yes. But the Iverson sisters may have some idea of the author's identity.
Right, I need to see to Miss Greenway.
The actress?
The same. Her father's a Crown attorney. He wants his daughter out of the cells. And we've got no reason to hold her, given that she was locked up when Miss Cherry's beau was killed.
She may not be the killer, but she could be in danger.
I'll keep an eye on her.
You recognize this letter?
What does it say?
It's from someone who accuses you of murdering their child. Unfortunately, it's anonymous.
So you no longer believe the actress did it?
No. The killings have continued.
How would I know more than what you're seeing in front of you?
And perhaps whoever wrote you this letter has written you others.
I told you, Detective. Lots of people write to us. Maybe whoever wrote it is a parent, or maybe they're just a lunatic.
What's this?
What's what?
Guard!
Oh.
Guard!
Nothing.
Turn on the lights! Good God. What have you done?
It's what she wanted.
Sir? Sir, are you all right?
Henry. Yes. What have you?
Irene Robbins' family left Toronto after the murder. They moved to Hamilton.
Have you been able to contact them?
Not directly, sir. They don't have a telephone in their home. But I was able to track down Mr. Robbins' employer. He worked a full shift today at Woodbridge Electric Company. Sir?
Henry, part of this contraption, yes, it was made in that factory.
But, sir, he was at work all day.
Perhaps his employer was mistaken. Henry, go and find the inspector and alert him. I'll telephone the Hamilton police and have them go around to the Robbins home.
Yes, sir. The Robbins file's on my desk.
Miss Greenway, I'd feel much more comfortable escorting you to your home.
This is my home.
Your real home.
I feel comfortable here. Thank you, Inspector. Now, when can I have my clothes back?
Your clown costume is evidence. Constable Evans here will keep an eye on you till the morning.
Ma'am. There's no one there.
Bloody hell, she's gone. Evans?
Yes, Robbins. Robbins. That's right. Thank you, Detective.
Stop! Any sign of her?
No, sir.
She's gone.
Do you think she might be the killer, sir?
There's no telling what's going on.
It's only me, sir.
Bloody hell, Higgins. Did you see Miss Greenway?
No, sir.
Is this what Irene would have wanted? Your daughter was murdered, and that isn't right. But would she want her father to become a murderer?
Stop!
Stop! Stop! Toronto Constabulary, stop! Henry, there he is! Grab him!
Catherine Canmore?
You're the costume lady.
No. You're Irene Robbins' mother.
That's right. And she would have wanted me to kill every last one of them. I don't regret a thing. I wanted everyone involved in Irene's death to pay. Starting with that coward who watched her die.
Perry Balfour.
You should have seen his face. He knew what he'd done. When the knife went in, he knew he deserved it.
Why go after the others? They didn't murder your daughter.
They sought money and fame, paid for with Irene's blood. I had to stop them.
And yet you didn't pursue the killers themselves. It was Lee Iverson and her sister who killed your daughter.
You were supposed to hang them. You failed her. That's why I came for you.
I'm only tasked with arresting criminals and providing evidence to the Crown.
They should be dead. 4 bodies. All your fault, Detective. I hope it was enough. I hope Irene can rest now.
Revenge, plain and simple.
There is one question that remains, sir. Why concoct evidence implicating Louise Cherry?
She blamed Cherry as much as the rest of the victims.
That's why she tried to kill her. Why do both?
Sirs, bad news. We found another body. It's Jesse Fraser.
The actor that we couldn't find.
He was found stabbed in an alley a few blocks from the film set.
When? How long has he been dead?
A witness saw a clown run from the scene about an hour ago.
Mrs. Robbins could have done it before we arrested her.
Sir, she only confessed to 4 murders. The 2 actors, Perry Balfour, Mr. Cordier. Mr. Fraser would make 5.
Maybe she didn't kill this one.
Or maybe she didn't kill one of the others.
Then someone else is out there killing.
Are we going to be all right, Louise?
I don't know. I just can't believe that Claude is gone.
It's truly awful.
Never should have written that book. His house, everything it bought. It's blood money.
You can't blame yourself. You're a victim of this madness.
Louise!
Louise, are you all right?
No. Are you?
You're badly hurt. Let's get you to the hospital.
Not yet. Who the hell are you? killed Claude, didn't you?
You're damn right I did. And now, I'll kill you! What
the hell is wrong with you?
He left me for you because you're so pure and perfect. How can we get you to the hospital? I want you dead! Yes, sir!
So, you've resumed filming already.
We're about to. The show must go on, as they say.
All new actors?
Hardly had any choice there.
Who's going to direct?
Me. It's what Claude would have wanted.
You know how to do that?
It's just telling people what to do. How hard can it be? Oh, and tell William thank you.
Oh, for what?
He gave me an idea. I'm going to write the sequel.
Wow. It might be difficult to recapture the success of the original. However, in light of us vanquishing Miss Turner together, I imagine there might be a character based on me.
I think it will play better if I just kill her myself. What are we waiting on? Why aren't we rolling?
William, I'm home.
Oh, stay right there.
Whatever are you doing back there?
It's a little Halloween surprise.
Well, Halloween was weeks ago.
I wanted to do something special, and we were both a little preoccupied.
Well, hurry up, whatever it is. And where is Susanna? Oh, my.
Thank you for coming. What do you think?
Mrs. Crabtree.
Ah, yes, our newlyweds. I hope your ride-in was satisfactory.
Splendid. Are you Mr. Cornish?
Mr. Hathaway, I'll be looking after you. Now, let's get you your keys.
Oh, George, look. I can't wait to try authentic English cuisine.
Welsh rabbit.
Rarebit. It's cheese. I think.
Well, we'll have to make dinner reservations as soon as he's back.
Well, wouldn't you like to eat in our room? The Sunrise Suite is the best in the hotel. It's the only one with a private bathroom.
Isn't that the room we agreed was too expensive?
I've been corresponding with Mr. Cornish, and he agreed to offer it to us at no extra charge. The morning view is supposedly spectacular.
Well, I hope we'll find something better to do than watch the sunrise.
Here we are, then. Zlata will lead you to your suite.
Oh, my. How kind of you.
Zlata does not speak English. However, she is fluent in the language of hospitality. Enjoy your stay.
There seems to be some mistake.
I beg your pardon.
These keys are for the garden suite. Mr. Cornish promised us the Sunrise Suite.
Mr. Cornish is at a convention in Leeds. But it is he who authorized the switch. The garden suite is our top room, with finer amenities and a view of the rose garden. I assure you, your needs will be met.
You're welcome. Was I supposed to give her a tip? How many shillings in a fur are they... What's wrong?
This bed feels lumpy, and those creatures are ghastly.
Well, you'll feel better once you take in the rose garden. Come on. What do you think?
I think Mr. Hathaway is pulling a fast one.
You may need to let this go, Effie. I mean, somebody else must have booked the Sunrise Suite. There's not much we can do about it now. I think it'll take more than a bottle of wine to pull this off, Effie.
Don't be such a naysayer. I'm sure they'll be happy to switch once they learn we're on our honeymoon.
I don't know why you think this room is going to be any better than ours.
Well, you haven't seen it yet. Faces the sunrise, which is considered good luck.
Give it a proper policeman's knock.
George, he's dead.
Not so lucky after all.
Oh, postcard from Effie and George.
Oh, where are they now?
They've left Paris and they're due to arrive in Hampshire today. How thrilling it would be to be on your honeymoon.
It certainly was for us. Do you remember that dinner in New York City?
How could I forget? We couldn't keep our eyes off each other.
So much so we almost didn't notice the Oysters Rockefeller arriving.
I suppose it's hard to keep that kind of passion alive. What with Susanna and work.
Do you feel our relationship is lacking passion? Hello. Yes, it is. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Excuse me, miss. I'm looking for room 415.
The man who died?
Yes, you've heard.
I alerted the front desk when he wouldn't answer the door. None of us were surprised when he took his own life. He was acting peculiar.
It was a suicide.
As far as I know. Straight down the hall, second door to your left.
Thank you.
This one seems rather obvious.
An overdosing?
Based on the empty bottle of laudanum and the excess fluid in his throat, I'd say yes.
Do we have a name?
Nathan Cumberland, sir. Arrived last week from Thunder Bay. Told everyone in the hotel that his ship had finally come in.
Meaning?
Some real estate deal, sir. Poor man thought he had tripled his money. He was buying his fellow guests drinks all week and boasting about finally making his wife and child proud.
And his arrangement soured.
Apparently the check he received was fraudulent and his investor flew the coop. The other guests noted a concerning change in his demeanor after that.
Henry, does this man look familiar to you?
Nope. Should he?
I don't know.
Sir, this is Dr. Bellows. He was with the victim when he perished.
You're a doctor?
Yes. Yes, I'm staying at the hotel. They knocked on my door when they found him. I did everything I could.
Was he conscious when you arrived?
Barely. But he did seem to understand me. He willingly took the ipecac I gave him to expel the drugs. Unfortunately, it was too late.
People often have a change of heart when committing self-murder. Assuming that's what this was.
It's likely, sir. He also left this. It appears to be a suicide note.
I am leaving a world I'm not fit to live in. I have failed you as a husband, as a father, and as a fellow human being. It's tragic.
Is there anything else you need from me? I'm afraid I have an appointment.
No, thank you.
Constable Higgins has all my information. Good day.
Seems fairly open and shut, sir. Shall I write it up?
Not quite yet, Henry. There's something I'd like you to do for me.
I trust this will not impact my 8 o'clock dinner reservations.
Not if I can help it.
Good evening, my lovelies. I'm sure we've all heard about the incident, but I can assure you everything is fine. His name was Arthur Furlong, a regular at this hotel. It appears he died in his sleep, and his family has been informed. Please enjoy some of our famous house sharing. Compliments of the hotel. And please, let's relax and put this mess behind us.
Good gracious. People drink this of their choice?
Do you think there's a killer among us?
A killer? Effie, did you not just hear what the man said?
Come now. You really believe he died in his sleep? He couldn't have been a day over 50.
People can die at any age.
Mr. Hathaway is clearly in on it. In fact, now that everyone's mingling, it's a perfect time.
Perfect time for what?
To sneak into the room and poke around.
Effie, I'm an officer of the law.
Exactly. All the more reason. If there is a cover-up afoot, it's your duty as an investigator to follow up.
People do seem distracted.
Did I mention that danger makes me amorous?
I'll need your hairpin.
Never seen him before.
Are you certain?
Yes. Why not just close the file and be done with it? Poor bugger clearly offed himself.
He was supposedly swindled by an investor in a real estate scam, but I found no paperwork on his person or any sign of the investor.
You think there was no investor?
Or perhaps there was, but he removed any evidence to cover his tracks.
Sirs, I've searched our files and found no Nathan Cumberland. In fact, there's no record of him anywhere. But in good news, there's a new meat pie shop on Colborne. May I break for lunch?
Actually, I need you to pay a visit to Mrs. Hart at the morgue.
The meat pie shop's in the opposite direction, sir.
You might want to hold off on lunch. I need you to lift finger marks off a corpse.
Oh.
Oh my, they have a love seat and a piano.
Are you crazy?
There is no chance the garden suite is the top suite in this hotel.
Wait a minute. Are we doing all this so you could compare suites?
Oh, come on, George. You were curious too.
I don't believe it. Do you even think this chap was murdered?
Lavender. Smells like the fields of Somerset.
Effie, the door. Get under the bed.
Henry, did you get the finger marks?
Yes, sir. And you were right. Nathan Cumberland is actually Harvey Knowles, and we do have a file on him. Guess who opened it?
Afternoon, Detective.
You know perfectly well I'm no longer a detective.
I do indeed, but I'm hoping I can convince you to play one, at least for an afternoon. I'm looking into a man's death.
You certainly are consistent.
His name is Harvey Knowles.
That was close. Who was that chap? Why did he have a gun? What was he doing in here?
George, look. The lavender soap. It's gone.
I suppose even murderers want a supple scent to their skin.
Oh my God. This is so exciting. Feel my heart. It's pounding.
Wait a minute. A man died on this bed.
Who cares? George! That wasn't there before.
It's still warm.
Well, mice don't just die like that. Could it have eaten something?
Wait a minute. Effie, look at this.
That doesn't look right.
This hose has been disconnected.
Do you feel a little nauseous?
Oh my God. It's gas.
That was on purpose, wasn't it?
Someone was venting carbon monoxide into the room.
Well, does this mean what I think it means?
It means you were right the first time. Mr. Furlong didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered.
I can't believe it. There really is a killer among us.
Well, it's too late to alert the authorities, and we're a half day from civilization thanks to your insistence on booking the most remote hotel in the Western Hemisphere.
You're not really still on about that inn in Marseille you were pushing for.
No, I'm sorry. Look, we should work together.
Agreed. We're the only ones we can trust.
Someone's gone to great lengths to make Mr. Furlong's death look accidental.
The Sunrise Suite is the only one with a private bathroom.
Which means it's the only one that can be rigged to emit carbon monoxide.
Ergo, whoever arranged the switch must be in on it.
Mr. Hathaway.
I knew there was something off about him.
He must have made the switch when Mr. Cornish left for Leeds.
And then pretended the idea came from Mr. Cornish himself.
How do we prove it?
I saw a ledger behind the desk. Should tell us everything.
How do we get it without Hathaway seeing?
I have an idea.
Mrs. Crabtree, are you enjoying the splendors of the garden suite?
Oh, indeed, indeed. Now, who's this?
That's Mr. Cornish.
There seem to be many photos of him and none of you.
Not all of us are as vain as he.
You don't like him, do you? Are you jealous that he's been invited to a convention in Leeds while you're stuck here?
I wouldn't wish Leeds on anyone, least of all myself. Besides, Mr. Cornish has seniority over me, thus it was the logical choice.
Yes, that's one theory. Allow me to posit another. Mr. Cornish was chosen over you because as a manager, he would never have put up with this. We found this in our room. Is this the type of service becoming of your supposed top suite?
Please, keep your voice down.
I will not be silenced. Not until you tell me how a mouse got into my suite.
How about a fruit plate? A lovely selection of fruits will be on their way to your room, compliments of the house.
And a cheese plate?
Yes, of course, also complimentary.
And a bottle of Armagnac.
I can arrange some of our fine house sherry.
Armagnac, take or leave. 20 years minimum.
Perhaps I can rustle up a 10.
That may suffice.
And you need to promise to keep this little incident under wraps.
That'll depend on how quickly we get the goods. Chop, chop.
I employed Harvey Knowles on occasion as an informant. He used to run swindles.
Knowles was a con artist.
Charming one at that. Surprised to see him die this way.
You don't believe Knowles took his own life?
I don't believe Knowles would have fallen for a real estate scam.
What makes you so sure?
Well, he would have known what a fraudulent check looked like because he ended up running a fraudulent check scheme himself, which was rather out of character.
How so?
Knowles and his former partner in crime, Bernadette Childs, had a code in which they only swindled those they felt deserved it. They parted ways years earlier.
Did he find another partner?
If he did, that's news to me. Knowles was a solitary figure who kept to himself, and I haven't seen him in over a year.
Well, surely he must have a more current acquaintance that could help us.
No one I know. Although, I do recall a wealthy woman he was courting.
What was her name?
I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. No, she'd be of little use.
Little is all we have.
I cannot believe it. My beloved Harvey taking his own life.
Did he strike you as depressed?
Oh, heavens, no. But he did strike me as passionate. I can only assume he was burdened by the passing of his beloved Aunt Esther.
Which aunt was this again?
Oh, his favorite, of course. The one who raised him after his parents died in that fire.
Did you know this woman?
We corresponded, often by mail. We never did meet in person, but I suppose it's for the best, given her condition.
Refresh my memory.
Oh, the poor woman suffered from tuberculosis. She was given months to live. But then Harvey found a revolutionary clinic in New York.
New York? That sounds like a costly undertaking.
Oh, it was, but it was worth it. The clinic prolonged her life by years. I was happy to chip in, buoyed by her lovely thank you letters.
These letters she sent, do you by chance still have them?
Good Lord, I knew it.
What is it?
The Sunrise Suite, not the Garden Suite, is the top suite.
That's all well and good, but perhaps we should focus on who switched the rooms.
Right, Constable, we are solving a murder here. This is curious. George, it wasn't Mr. Furlong who took our room.
Who did?
A man named Mr. Castle. And the switch was authorized by Mr. Hathaway, not Mr. Cornish.
Castle, isn't he the chap with the 8 p.m. dinner reservation?
So how did Mr. Castle and Mr. Furlong end up switching rooms?
If Castle was in the Sunrise Suite, where was Furlong?
Arthur Furlong at the Oak Suite.
Does that mean Castle's in the Oak Suite now?
Perhaps Mr. Castle rigged his room to emit carbon monoxide and then convinced Mr. Furlong to switch.
Hell of a way to commit a discreet murder.
Do you think Mr. Castle and Mr. Hathaway could be working together?
I think we need to get into that Oak Suite and see what we can find.
You said he had 8 p.m. dinner reservations?
It's 8:15 now. That room should be empty for another hour at least.
What if we get caught?
Then we pretend we're lost and tip immediately.
Shilling. Now, is that more or less than a farthing?
I don't think anybody knows. Let's get on with it.
Parents who died in a fire. That's quite the yarn.
Sometimes the bigger the lie, the easier it is to tell. Well, just as I suspected, the handwriting in Aunt Esther's thank you letters matches that of Harvey Knowles' suicide note.
He was posing as the grateful aunt to keep those checks coming.
Something tells me it isn't the first time he's pulled this scheme.
Leaving a number of potential victims with motive for murder.
The question is, where did he send these from? Certainly not New York, given the Ontario stamp.
Ah. Oh, Miss Alcock is not the sharpest tool in the shed. What's that?
A mistake?
Seems oddly placed for a mistake.
Is that some sort of flower?
A lily. Did I not see that on the sign at Hotel Florentine?
I'll have Henry connect with the concierge.
Oh, that is so not fair. This room has a chaise lounge.
Effie, focus.
Right.
Do you see anything unusual?
Only that Mr. Castle has exceptional taste in clothes. This is one of the most finely tailored shirts I've ever seen. Feel this.
GR hardly stands for Ernest Castle.
Oh, my.
Good Lord, his soap collection costs more than my entire wardrobe. Is that a gun case? Where's the gun?
What a tragedy. Poor Granville.
Granville.
Granville?
Oh, Granville Barrington. He was a favorite guest at the Florentine. Every guest was charmed and delighted by him. He was quite a character.
When did he stay there?
It must have been 2 months ago. He came in to cash in on a real estate deal, but unfortunately, the investor bamboozled him.
Let me guess, he gave Granville a fraudulent check and left town?
Why, yes. He took it very hard. He tried to end his own life. We are all very grateful there happened to be a doctor at the hotel.
Who administered Ipecac in order to expel the laudanum he'd ingested?
Right again. It was quite the scene. Everyone was grateful to see Granville survive. The doctor even spearheaded a charity drive to get him back on his feet, and everyone chipped in.
The doctor who gave him the Ipecac, do you remember his name?
Bellows. Dr. Gordon Bellows.
What's your business with Mr. Castle?
Well, you know, really, we were just interested in the layout of the room And, oh, you should see the soap.
George!
What? Back. Get back here. Get back. Now, I'm going to ask you one last time. What exactly is your business with Mr. Castle?
You're not Mr. Castle. You're George V, the King of England. GR, George Rex for the King. That's why you had those initials in your undergarments.
You saw my undergarments.
I can't believe we're sitting here with the King of England.
Keep your voice down. He is the king, and he could have you charged with treason.
So what are you doing in Hampshire?
I'm much more interested in why the two of you are here.
Well, we came for the lovely foliage and the world-class buffet.
I mean, why you are here in my room.
Your Majesty, please accept our humble apologies. I'm George Crabtree with the Toronto Constabulary, and I'm here on honeymoon with my wife, Effie.
You're a police officer.
In Canada, that's right.
Police or no police, you still need to explain why you are in my room.
Well, the truth is, Your Majesty, we found evidence that Arthur Furlong, the man staying in the Sunrise Suite, was murdered.
Carbon monoxide. Somebody tampered with the gas heater in his ensuite bathroom.
We were curious only because we were initially assigned that room.
If this is true, Your Majesty, our worst fears are confirmed.
What you're about to hear must be kept in the strictest of confidence, by order of the Crown.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The reason my valet Wadsworth and I are traveling incognito is to visit my troubled son, Edward, who is honing his academics at a special school in Portsmouth. It was a risk I was willing to take, even given the presence of the Black Chalice. The Black Chalice is a secretive organization pushing back on my plans to reform the hereditary peerage.
We've long suspected that there might be members in these parts, and evidently we were right.
You see, Wadsworth secured me the hotel's top suite, which we must have unknowingly taken from you. I was unable to take my afternoon nap on account of my grievous musophobia.
Musophobia? Is that a British affliction?
His Majesty is fearful of mice.
So I fled my suite,
and neglected to inform me,
and happened upon Mr. Furlong enjoying a cigar in the garden. I explained my situation, and he offered to switch, since my room was clearly superior. Now that we know the room had been tampered with, the only conclusion is that we were the target.
We?
His Majesty is using the royal we.
So what is our plan?
We will do nothing.
But there's a murderer out there.
Given that their first attempt was a failure, they're unlikely to strike again tonight, so long as they assume we're not onto them. Now, please, return to your room and pretend you know nothing. I will arrange for His Majesty to be escorted to safety at dawn.
You will remember me only as Ernest Castle, and you will never speak of this again.
I checked with the Canadian Medical Registry. Dr. Gordon Bellows has been dead for 5 years.
The person posing as him has procured a pretty penny off his name.
It's quite the brilliant scheme he and his partner Knowles had going. Knowles would check into a hotel posing as a man whose ship had come in.
And his partner in crime, posing as Dr. Bellows, would show up several days later.
Then Knowles would reveal that his windfall had backfired and made clear that he intended to take his own life, going so far as to ingest laudanum.
Dr. Bellows would be called in and use Ipecac to expel the laudanum, creating a scene so authentic no one would dare question it.
The perfect opening to mount an appeal for money in Knowles' name, and then milking the hotel guests for everything they're worth.
He probably volunteered a large portion of his own money from the very first time they pulled this con.
Well, Harvey Knowles' murder seems to be coming into sharper focus.
Apparently, the swindler got swindled. His partner likely offed him to keep all the money.
Let's get a sketch of this medical imposter straight away.
I'll connect with our sketch artist and make sure Henry distributes it all over town.
One thing that bothers me. Hotel guests saw the doctor give the victim Ipecac. Why didn't it work?
Once I deliver the sketch, I'll drop in on Mrs. Hart at the morgue.
Do you mind if I tag along?
You're not getting paid.
The King of England
England.
Can you believe that just happened?
No, nor will anyone else. No one will believe this happened to us.
George, if Mr. Hathaway is a member of the Black Chalice, do you think he's working alone? Or...
We need to keep our voices down. We made a promise to the crown.
Then I suppose we have no choice but to get back to why we came here in the first place.
Oh my.
As suspected, his blood was saturated with opium and alcohol, the main ingredients in laudanum.
Why wasn't it expelled? Witnesses saw Knowles be administered Ipecac.
They might have seen him take some kind of syrup, but it wasn't Ipecac. They found traces of starches and sugars, nothing else.
Could our fake doctor have switched the Ipecac for a placebo syrup?
If he did, he's guilty of murder.
You're welcome.
Hathaway can't be working alone. I bet she's in on it.
Maybe they're all in on it. Should we follow her?
Julia?
Hello, stranger.
What's all this?
Do you recognize this dress?
It's lovely. Should I?
I wore it on our honeymoon. The night we couldn't take our eyes off each other. The nanny has taken Susanna to the park. We have some time to kill.
Oh, Julia, I must admit, you've caught me off guard.
Hello? Yes. Which intersection? I'll be right there.
Julia, a man matching Dr. Bellows' description has been spotted. We'll have to delay our date, but only a little.
It was there, in the ruins of Thebes, where we found the lost tomb of Asclepius and discovered the healing properties of its sands. Sprinkle a few grains in your bed and watch as back pain, rheumatism, and arthritis disappear overnight. This miracle of the East can be yours for less than the cost. Terribly sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've just run out.
Seems curious that they need to lock the coal room.
Unless it serves some other purpose, like secret meeting room for the Black Chalice.
Yes, I've engaged in a swindle or two in my time to make ends meet, but I'm not a murderer.
You gave your partner a benign syrup when he was expecting Ipecac.
Harvey was like a brother to me. Why would I want him dead?
To reap his half of the profits, for starters.
We were going to pull our hotel con in every province in the country, and we hadn't even finished Ontario yet. Yes, Detective Harvey was a financial windfall to me, but more important, he was my best friend. I am as devastated and confused by his death as everyone else is. May I please leave now? Thank you, gentlemen. I think I can take it from here.
Off he goes to swindle again.
Most likely. You have to admit, his story rings true.
I don't disagree. Why go through lengths to switch the ipecac when he could have ignored the call in the first place?
Unless someone else switched it without his knowledge.
But who would have access to his room? Friend? Perhaps this warrants another visit to the hotel.
I don't think the Black Chalice are holding any meetings in here.
Let's just pretend to get some coal and go back to our room.
Well, we could if we had a coal shovel.
You lost it, remember?
No, dear, you lost it. In any case, I'll get some firewood.
Georgie, I hate to bring this up, but it was you who lost the shovel.
No, Effie, I clearly remember you had it when you were saying it felt drafty.
No, I distinct. Ah! Oh my God! Oh my God! It's Mr. Cornish.
I guess you didn't make it to that convention in Leeds after all.
Your Majesty.
Mr. Castle, we hate to bother you, but we've got a bit of a situation.
This had better be good.
While collecting firewood, my wife and I discovered the body of Mr. Cornish.
The day manager? No, he's at a convention in Leeds.
No, he's in the coal room. He's been garroted.
Proof positive that Mr. Hathaway is a member of the Black Chalice.
And Slaughter, too, no doubt. She had a key to the room.
I reckon the whole hotel is in on it.
Well, this changes everything. The assailants are going to know that we're onto them. This may trigger a response.
We need to leave now.
Agreed. But Mr. Hathaway is likely to be Black Chalice. You two newlyweds are going to need to help us by creating a distraction so that we can slip away to the stables.
How are we supposed to do that?
Well, a petty hotel squabble should do the trick. 10 minutes tops is all we need, but it'll need to feel authentic.
Can we count on you two?
I don't understand. I thought Mr. Cumberland took his own life.
His name was Harvey Knowles, and all is not what it seems. We need to know who among your staff would have access to room 415.
This is a small private hotel, and I run a very tight ship. The only ones with access would be myself and my cleaner, Mabel. And I, for one, never left my desk.
Well, then we'll need to speak with your cleaner. I ran into her the morning that Mr. Knowles' body was found.
Of course. She's right over there. Mabel? A word?
Oh, this is not the woman that I met. Do you employ a different cleaner?
Not for the last 20 years.
The Crabtrees. How delightful. Did you enjoy the Armagnac?
Oh, do not play nice with us, Hathaway. We were shocked to learn that the garden suite is not, in fact, your top suite, and we demand to know why you gave it away to Mr. Castle.
Yes, we're oh so upset. And when I say we, I of course mean her.
Are we not a unified front on this?
Uniform.
Oh, good Lord, George. Why did I ever marry you?
No, I don't know. That's a good question. If you love the Sunrise Suite so much, perhaps you should have married
Nothing to
in.
say.
Have you lost your mind like you lost your little shovel?
Carry on,
Oh,
carry
yes,
on.
lost the shovel. I'm the loser of all things,
Yes, you
aren't I?
lose things, George. You're about to lose the best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh, well, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing to lose after all. I didn't mean that last part. Urgent message from Mr. Castle. Wadsworth is compromised.
It wasn't supposed to get messy like this. All I had to do was authorize a room change, and they would do the dirty work. Oh, well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Found the shovel. Effie, a telegram came through. Wadsworth is in on it. We need to warn the king.
Yes, a much more delicate nose.
How's this?
That's it. Let's get this picture up all over town straight away.
That may not be necessary. That's Bernadette Childs.
Harvey Knowles' former partner?
Yes. And I know where I might find her.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
We won't be needing this anymore.
Old habits die hard, huh, Bernadette?
Hello, Llewellyn. How'd you find me?
The creature has a modus operandi. Even a rat.
Is that all I am to you? A rat? I was your most valuable informant. We had interesting conversations back in the day. Me and you.
And Harvey Knowles, fellow con you once called a friend. Why did you do it?
Harvey broke the golden rule. A con capitalizes on greed, lust, vanity, but never human kindness. I couldn't sit by while he and his new partner swindled hotel guests who were only trying to be kind.
You speaking of rules is the very definition of irony.
Come on, Llewellyn. You once agreed with me on this. And it wasn't just the hotel guests Harvey swindled. It was his lover, his family, even me. A new partner of his must have rotted his brain.
So, that's why you switched the syrup? So Harvey would rot in a casket while his partner in crime rotted in jail?
It was protecting our livelihood. He crossed the line. There's a code.
There is indeed, which is why you need to come with me.
Thank you for the gun, Mr. Crabtree. I'm so sorry you're about to use it to unknowingly assassinate the king. You know, I wasn't sure what to do with you two at first. And then the perfect narrative presented itself. An epic fight over the Sunrise Suite.
That'll never work. You'd have to kill us too.
Precisely. Your authentic bickering is going to lend credence to my upcoming report. And it's going to confirm that you knocked Mr. Hathaway out. You stole his gun, and then you went after the man who unjustly took your honeymoon suite. Thanks to His Majesty's famous lust for guns, it is the only logical explanation as to why I found 3 dead bodies in the unfortunate aftermath of this shootout.
You're welcome.
I owe the both of you my eternal gratitude. I'd knight you if I could, but unfortunately, I think this must be kept under wraps.
We understand, Your Majesty.
I know it's not much, but please accept this small token as a measure of my appreciation.
My goodness. Your Majesty, thank you.
I've also secured you something else. For your remaining time at this hotel, the Sunrise Suite is yours.
Even better than knighthood.
I must say, Detective, solving a case again was quite satisfying.
For me and you both.
Can I interest you in a celebratory cocktail?
Alas, other plans are afoot. But I do hope we get to do this again, Watts. Soon.
Yes.
Told you this suite was lucky.
Julia?
William, I'm glad to see you back.
Oh, it's good to be back.
I'm sorry about before. I know how busy you are, and it was just a silly romantic notion. I should know that we can't just bring back the past.
Oh, I wouldn't exactly say that.
William, oysters Rockefeller. Like our honeymoon dinner in New York.
Only this time we'll definitely notice them arriving.
You remembered our song.
Of course. It was the greatest night of my life.
Well, the night is still young.
She'll be fine.
Arthur, need a showman. Help me get into this here jacket. Exemplary work, don't you think?
It is quite beautiful, but it is the third smoking jacket this month. Do you need quite so many?
Oh, one never knows when one will be buried alive again. I want to remain smartly dressed, just in case. Arthur, open that box. Aren't those slippers beautiful? Put those on my feet, please.
Father, there's no need for this. You can put on your own slippers.
Oh, wouldn't it be shame if I walked out of this house? A dead man walking right into the arms of the authorities. We'd both be hauled off to jail. So when I tell Arthur to put my slippers on my feet, I want Arthur to put my slippers on my feet. Oh, you can do better than that.
Well, I just did what you said.
Kneel. Kneel down. Put my slippers on my feet, boy. I'm waiting. Good. Now the other. That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Anything else?
No. And thank you, Arthur. Okay, where was I? Oh.
Our organization, the Canadian Women's Olympic Campaign, represents women in sport.
What are you trying to accomplish here, ladies?
We want Canada to bring a team of women to the 1912 Stockholm Olympics.
Did you know that 65 women have competed in the Olympics since 1900, but none from Canada?
Well, many would say that's because no one would ever watch women's Olympic sports.
Well, that's complete hogwash. Women are just as thrilling as men. British figure skater Madge Syers, she beat a field of men and won the silver medal at the World Championships.
We are all athletes here, just like the fellas over there. We should be given our fair due.
Well, what sport do you play?
I'm a runner.
But that's not even an Olympic women's sport.
That's precisely our point. It should be.
Maybe embroidery should be an Olympic sport.
I beg your pardon?
Maybe gossiping.
All right, ladies. That's enough time. Tomorrow's demonstration meet will allow these athletes to measure their progress as they work towards the 1912 Olympic Games. Next, we have the men competing in the 100-meter dash. Why don't you lot introduce yourselves?
Walter Knox. Aurelia.
John Armstrong Howard. Winnipeg.
Timothy Irons. Hamilton.
Scotty Scorch. The fastest man in Canada, born right in this great city.
Mr. Scorch, neither you nor Mr. Armstrong Howard has lost a single race this year. Now that you're going head-to-head, are you a little nervous?
The only reason he's never lost a race is because he's never raced against me.
I could say the same. Don't let your little local success get to your head, Scorch.
Only thing fast about you is your mouth, Scorch.
Lucky nobody asked you, Timmy. I'll show all you pitiful losers exactly how fast I am tomorrow on the track.
My God.
William, you left at the crack of dawn. You forgot your hat.
Thank you. That wasn't necessary. I just wasn't feeling myself this morning with the little one screaming through the night.
Yes, she's improved a little this morning, thankfully. She was finally eating when I left her with Ellie.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes, I should get back to that, actually.
Oh, wait. I've made something that should help with Susanna's recovery.
What is it?
It's a hydration draft. You see, colds and influenza can put the body in a state of dehydration. Water, of course, is beneficial, but by adding different sugars, sodium, potassium, and fruit, I've created a drink that helps to replenish electrolytes that the body loses during illness.
William, it's blue.
It has blueberry for flavor. Yeah.
Ah, good morning, Doctor. What brings you here so bright and early?
Oh, William forgot his hat.
What? You left the house without your hat? You all right, Murdoch?
Apparently not.
Sleep deprivation. Susanna has us up all night.
Right, well, there's been a body found at Varsity Stadium.
Varsity Stadium? I was there just yesterday.
You were?
Yes, I was speaking to the press about women's athletics. Can you believe that Canada still hasn't sent a single woman to the Olympic Games?
To other countries? I've been to the Olympic Games. I don't recall seeing girls running around.
Women have been competing since 1900.
I won a gold medal. Did I ever tell you?
Yes, I believe you may have once or twice.
It was a crisp morning in St. Louis. A light fog rolled majestically across the pristine turf.
I really should get to the stadium then.
Yes, I should get going myself, actually. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yes, much better.
Oh, yes. Oh.
You don't want to hear the rest? Right, well, I'll take these.
Well, I guess your work is done here.
I'll have to do a full examination just to be sure.
Did you notice the abrasion on his neck?
No,
Not like you to miss something like that?
I've yet to inspect his neck, Detective. There appears to be splinters present under his fingernails.
Curious.
Tired, Detective?
I didn't get much sleep this past weekend. Susanna was sick.
Sorry to hear that. I take the little one is all better now.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've been working on a solution to help replenish her fluids.
You know, I hear athletes use champagne to hydrate. Maybe next time you can try that.
Henry, have you been giving baby Jordan champagne?
Oh, no, I would never. Ruthie is quite unnerved by bubbles.
We will need to postpone the meet until tomorrow, given the tragic circumstances.
Mr. Kittering, I understand you were Scotty Scorch's coach.
Yes, he was the star of my track club. I cannot believe this has happened.
Was he well liked?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Track and field can be quite competitive.
Any idea how he ended up with a javelin embedded in his chest?
None. But I will say this, throwing the javelin is not an easy thing. There aren't a lot of people who could land that throw.
Oh, well then please direct me to the people who could.
Last night, myself and a few others were at the Olympic Committee dinner.
At what time did you leave this event?
At 2 a.m. I didn't know anything about this until I arrived just now.
Did you or any of the other javelin men hold a practice yesterday evening?
None of the javelin men have anything to do with this nonsense.
Nonsense?
My teammate told me those damn sprinters got him drunk last night and tricked him into giving him the equipment room key.
The key to the room you're standing in?
Exactly. And then they came back here and had a throwing competition. Talk to Walter Knox. He pulls these kinds of stunts all the time.
Thank you.
When should I expect my javelin to be returned?
The one stuck in the victim?
Yes. She's my favorite.
We went to the pub around 11 p.m. and came back to the track at 1 a.m. The throwing competition was just a bit of fun.
A bit of fun. That killed a man.
No way we killed Scorch.
No? How can you be sure?
He wasn't with us.
Didn't all of the 100-meter men go to the pub?
Everybody but him. He wasn't invited. No one liked him. Not even Timmy and their teammates.
Please don't call me Timmy.
So where was Mr. Scorch last night?
I have no idea.
So it was dark? You all were drunk?
Yes.
So it's possible Mr. Scorch wandered onto the field while you were having your drunken throwing competition, and a flying javelin struck him in the chest.
Sure, but I imagine if a man was struck by a javelin, we would have heard him scream.
A javelin through the heart would have likely killed him instantly. He probably wouldn't have been able to make a sound.
Could we have possibly?
No way. We didn't do this, and that's that.
According to the Algor Mortis calculations, Mr. Scorch died 10 hours prior to his body being discovered, by 10 p.m.
So before the 100-meter men went to the pub.
The javelin entered the victim at a 45-degree angle and penetrated his body 7 inches deep.
7 inches? Through his breastplate? Are you quite sure?
Yes, quite.
What are you thinking, Murdoch?
Momentum.
What?
Mass times speed. Could a javelin be heavy enough
What are you getting
to...
at?
Henry, we're going to need Constable Buster.
Oh, no, not again, sir.
You heard the man, Higgins.
You heard him, Arthur. If we try anything, we will go to jail.
I can't take much more of this. And what if he's plotting something worse? We have to make our move before he makes his.
You're right about that. My father always has something nefarious up his sleeve.
And we act now.
I don't know. We can't afford to miss again.
We won't. I won't.
How can you be so sure?
I'm far from perfect, Violet, but I never make the same mistake twice.
This is too dangerous. You're not a killer. There must be another way.
We've tried everything.
And what about the body? What'll we do when that's all done?
Well, no one's looking for him. He's already dead. All we have to do is bury him. No one will ever be the wiser.
I'm surprised that it's this difficult.
What did you expect? We throw for distance, not to hit a target.
Please. Please let this be the last round.
Stand back.
Oh, very good.
Finally. The javelin has just fallen to the side, sir.
Yes, once the javelin made contact with the breastplate, it simply bounced off.
Can I have my javelin back now?
Oh, yes, of course.
15th time's a charm, eh?
So, the javelin could not have penetrated the breastplate with the amount of force generated by a normal javelin throw.
So the javelin that killed Scorch wasn't thrown?
No, it was run through his chest with deliberate force. This was murder.
So a group of drunken sprinters start throwing javelins around. Our victim arrives, and someone runs him through.
Which means either some unknown person was with Mr. Scorch, picked up an errant javelin and killed him, or our sprinters are lying.
Sirs, the lads have finished searching Mr. Scorch's rooms. They found this.
Newspaper clippings.
Mr. Scorch was keeping a keen eye on the competition.
That's clearly Walter Knox, but it says Peter Smith.
There he is again.
And this one says Fred Taylor.
A man of many names.
Bring him in, Henry.
Sir.
By the looks of things, Mr. Knox, you've been going from town to town competing under fake names.
Is that a crime, officer?
You're a bloody shark, challenging locals to race for money.
I simply enjoy every aspect of competition.
Don't get cute. The Olympics is only for amateur athletes. Racing for money would make you a professional.
Even if you are using fake names.
Exposing this would disqualify you from the Olympics.
And Mr. Scorch was onto you.
You killed him to keep your secret.
I didn't kill him. I didn't even know that he knew about my enterprise. That snake.
Why would he go to such great lengths to blackmail you and potentially exclude you from competition?
Because if you want to get to the Olympic Games, you have to put on a good showing at these demonstration meets.
I've been to the Olympics. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Well, us athletes don't feel the same. A lot of the men here would do anything to compete at the Olympic Games. Men like Scorch, or that Armstrong Howard. He's the most desperate of all.
What makes Mr. Armstrong Howard so desperate?
Chip on his shoulder. He's always whining that he has an unfair lot because he's colored.
Maybe he has a point.
No, he doesn't. Canada's never sent a colored man to the Olympic Games because none of them are good enough.
Be that as it may, a dead man was collecting evidence that could have ruined your amateur athlete career. So you can see why you make a most compelling suspect.
If I killed him to keep this quiet, why wouldn't I have destroyed the clippings too?
Look at this beauty. The finest cut of beef from the butcher shop.
Must have cost a pretty penny.
Oh, indeed it did.
How about I carve it for you?
I'd like Violet to carve the roast for me, just like old times.
I wish you didn't force us to fire all of the staff.
Would you rather your little secret got out? You know, botching my murder and all? What are you waiting for, sweetheart? Haven't got all day. Now carve a big old piece for your dear old dad. Oh, my.
Sir? Henry, I'm just preparing Mr. Knox's release forms. Could you please fetch him from the cells?
Right away, sir. I'm just gonna put Constable Buster away.
Right.
Okay. Sure, it'll snap back on, sir. All right, Buster. All right. No. That's not right.
Henry, just leave it and fetch Mr. Knox. I'll take care of it later.
It's all right, sir. I think I've got him.
Fine work.
Murdoch, what have you done with our suspect?
I've released him, sir.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't like him one bit.
I can't say I do either. But the question does loom large. Why kill someone to keep a secret and then not destroy evidence?
Of course. Well, if it wasn't him, then who was it? One of the other sprinters trying to eliminate the competition?
I'd like to speak with Mr. Armstrong Howard.
Right then, bring him in.
Oh, Mr. Anderson, you came.
Just here to collect my due, Detective.
Who's this then?
Mr. Anderson here owns the variety store on Adelaide.
Ah, the Easy Breezy variety store.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes, well, last week, Reggie McFarland stole from Mr. Anderson's shop.
Ah, that rascal's been running amok for months. None of our men have been able to catch him.
Well, Mr. Anderson here ran him down. Witnesses say he's as fast as a lightning bolt.
Faster. Old Sticky Fingers didn't stand a chance.
Ah, brilliant. There's a reward for that one, isn't there?
That's what I'm here to collect.
Ah. If you're that fast, you should test your mettle in the track and field meet today.
Oh, yes. You could compete in the 100 or 200-meter dash. I imagine you would do very well.
How fast are those boys running?
Some of the men are running the 100 meters in under 11 seconds.
11 seconds.
11 seconds? Come on.
You think you could run it faster than that?
When those boys break 10 seconds, give me a call. I'll give them the race of their life.
Ten seconds.
Why should we be at his beck and call? We aren't servants. He's jerking us around like puppets on a string.
I purchased it this morning.
Are you sure?
Quite serious. It'll all be done soon.
And everything will be back to normal again.
Finally realized what's important. Being a man. For you.
Walter Knox told us that you are desperate to win the 100-meter dash, so you'll be considered for the Olympics.
Pretty high stakes, especially for a colored man hoping to represent Canada.
Unbelievable. Knox uses any opportunity to throw dirt on my name.
Have you been trying to knock out your competition?
Why would I need to? None of these men have ever beat me in a foot race.
No?
Look, I might not be as loud as Scorch or as seasoned as Knox, but I have proven myself to be the best in the field with actual results. No talk.
But is it true that you need to win today's race to go to the Olympics? Perhaps you needed Scorch out of the way to guarantee your win.
Guarantee? Guarantee? I have no guarantee. You really think winning this race is gonna make any difference? Win one race, win two, that's not gonna change anybody's mind. People like Walter Knox will never think I'm good enough, no matter what I do.
Begging your pardon, but isn't that even more reason to get your competitors out of the way?
You're not hearing me. I'm a colored man. I could be the last runner in all of Canada and still stay home. I'm not stupid enough to kill another competitor and assume I'll be on easy street to the Olympic Games.
They characterize us as a bunch of hysterical women. Nothing about the organization at all.
I told you, it's like talking to a brick wall. Those men will never take us seriously.
We need to do something. Something to get us some publicity. You should enter that race today.
But there are no women's races.
Just race the men.
Oh, yes. I like that. Dr. Ogden, what on earth are you feeding your baby?
Oh, it's a hydration draft my husband concocted to help Susanna recover from her illness. It's got potassium and a pinch of salt and sugar. It works like a charm, and it's delicious. Would you like to try some? It's blueberry flavored.
Maybe another time.
Oh, excuse me. Hello, Dr. Julia Ogden. Oh, Mrs. Hart.
I started with algor mortis for time of death, which indicated the victim had died 10 hours prior to discovery, but...
Yes?
There was some inconsistencies when I tested the stomach contents later on.
Is everything all right, Mrs. Hart?
Oh, quite fine, just tired. Here we are. Please take a look. Food is broken down less than it should be for a 10-hour time frame.
So your estimated time of death is off?
Yes. The stomach contents suggest the victim died only 8 hours prior to discovery.
Oh, how curious. I do love a deathly conundrum. Oh, what is that?
What?
Look.
Oh, something has separated.
Mercury?
Precisely.
Found in the victim's stomach contents.
Could it have been an ingredient in a tincture of some sort?
Well, I've seen it in all kinds of remedies and medicines. I wouldn't be at all surprised if athletes thought a small amount might help them run faster.
But this was no small amount. We believe he was poisoned.
What's this all about? You, be quiet. One of you is a killer, and we're going to find out who.
Timothy, what's happening?
They haven't told us anything, Father.
This is ridiculous. You have no right to be going through their things.
Step back, sir. Don't interfere with police procedure.
Just tell us what you're looking for, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Mind your own business.
Nothing here, sirs.
Inspector?
What is it?
I saw Mr. Archibald using this to move equipment earlier. Look.
Blood. Do you think the killer used this to move the body?
It certainly would explain why no one heard a murder being committed out in the middle of the field.
Hey, how long will this take? Can I get into the cold cure in the meantime? We just finished the prelims.
Yeah, the finals are coming up next, and I need to get ready.
Hold your horses. We'll be done soon enough.
Sirs, have a look at this.
Mercury. You are coming with us, sir.
This is ridiculous.
Mr. Irons, please calm down.
Calm down. You're harassing my son, and right before his race, no less.
I told you, sir, the detective just has a few questions, and if all is well, your son will be free to go.
We don't have time for this. His race is at 4 o'clock, and he still has to have his warm-up massage.
Sir, please.
I will not allow you blundering brigadiers to distract my son and disrupt his competitive temperament.
Yes, I gave him a little quicksilver, but it was just to slow him down. There's no way that's what killed him.
But he is dead, and you've just admitted to being the one who poisoned him.
But it can't be. I didn't mean to kill him. Scorch and I have always had this tit for tat, but I never hated him. It was more of a spirited rivalry.
A rivalry that included poisoning.
You'd have to be a sportsman to understand. I did no less than what he's done to me time after time.
You're saying Mr. Scorch has poisoned you in the past?
Not just me. He did it all the time. He'd poison the entire field and walk to victory. Don't you see? I was just getting back at him. And I swear, I only give him enough to make him queasy and sluggish.
Be that as it may, he is dead. So you will be kept in our cells until charges can be brought against you.
But what about the race?
Mrs. Hart, you called?
We did. There's been something of a revelation.
We?
Dr. Ogden and I have been working on confirming the cause of death.
William, Mr. Scorch definitely suffered mercury poisoning. It caused kidney damage and a unique rash on his upper body.
But that isn't the whole story.
There's a second very distinctive rash on his leg.
In addition, found a significant amount of bloody discoloration in the synovial fluid in his knees.
He was an athlete. It could have been an injury.
I initially thought the same, but along with the other symptoms, it suggests something else.
The biggest curiosity was the presence of urine in the interstitial tissue.
Urine? How odd.
It's called cold diuresis. When the body is trying to preserve warmth, the blood vessels constrict, and the kidneys purge all unnecessary fluid.
It results in a large production of urine. When the bladder becomes full, urine has nowhere to go, and so it seeps into the surrounding tissue.
A rash? Hemorrhaging? Cold diuresis? What does this all mean?
In combination, they occur in only one specific instance. This man wasn't poisoned. He died of hypothermia.
Let's go, Timothy. We've wasted enough time here already.
Not so fast, Mr. Irons. Although I no longer believe your son killed Mr. Scorch, he has admitted to intentionally poisoning.
I told you, it was nothing more than he'd done to me.
A crime, nonetheless.
You have to let him race.
I intend to, as a gesture of goodwill. However, I do need your help, Mr. Irons. Mr. Knox mentioned taking a cold cure. I need you to tell me what that is.
I can do you one better. I'll show you. The cold cure is Coach Kittering's revolutionary after-workout therapy. You fill a wooden barrel with water and ice. After a hard practice, you submerge yourself to your neck for 10 minutes. Afterwards, your body comes out refreshed.
I suppose reducing swelling and muscle damage would aid the body's ability to recover?
Ridiculous. Kittering doesn't know what's what. Cold's no good for muscles. Hot massages are far more effective therapy.
Truly, whenever I get into the cold cure, I feel like I might have a heart attack.
Scratches.
What?
We found splinters under Scorch's fingernails. Perhaps someone held him down in the water with this lid. Ah, Coach Kittering, a word, please?
Arthur? Oh, there you are. You didn't do it, did you? Arthur! Arthur!
And what exactly was he supposed to do? I mean, if it's any consolation, I can help do whatever needs doing.
You killed him.
What does it look like? I got rid of a problem. You should never have sent a boy to do a man's job. Of course, I knew you two were plotting to kill me. Every chance you got, huddled together, whispering so loudly. The deaf man across the street probably knew what you were up to.
If you knew, why didn't you do something?
And miss out on the chance of watching you two bumble about? Oh no, I quite enjoyed the show.
What happened?
I was sitting in the parlor minding my God-given business. And I see this fool in the mirror creeping up behind me, gun drawn. I did what I had to do. It was self-defense, sweetheart.
You could have easily overpowered him. You didn't have to kill him.
Why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? If he was gonna keep trying to get rid of me, then fair game. Now what to do about you? Oh, oh, oh. Do it. Ever the failure, Violet. Now, what do you suppose we do about poor old Arthur here?
Mr. Kittering, Mr. Scorch died of hypothermia, caused by being held down inside one of your cold cure barrels. The temperature in the barrel today is about 45 degrees. It would have taken approximately 1 hour for Mr. Scorch to lose consciousness and subsequently die.
Yes, well, all right. Perhaps 45 degrees is a tad too cold.
Perhaps this is your moment to be truthful.
I found Scorch dead in the barrel. I didn't know what to do, but I did know that if his death was tied to my cold cure remedy, that would be the end of my therapy, my club, and my career as a coach. So I panicked.
You covered it up.
The sprinters were out on the field playing around with the javelins, and so when they left, I redressed Scorch's body. I put it in the wagon, and I brought it out onto the field.
Once the body was out there, you ran it through with the javelin.
I wanted to make it look like an accident.
To make it appear as though one of the sprinters had done it.
Yes. But I didn't intend any of them to be blamed for it. I was just trying to protect myself. You have to believe me. I didn't kill him. I covered it up, but I didn't kill him. I'm innocent.
Innocent might not be the word I would use, Mr. Kittering.
And the purpose of this, sir?
We need to determine exactly how the victim was held down inside the cold cure barrel. Now, kneel down, Henry.
Sir?
Get on with it, Higgins. You're not in any real distress.
That's what you think.
All right. Now, Henry, push up with all of your might. All right. All right. Ah, what is that?
What's wrong, Murdoch?
Someone has gotten oil or something on the handle. Smells like mentholated ointment.
Pungent.
Julia used something like this with Susanna when she was ill recently.
Sirs?
Yes, Higgins, you can get out.
No. I came across an ointment like that myself. There was a jar of it in Timothy Iron's locker.
It's a special heated ointment my father makes himself. He uses it when he gives me my race massages.
We found traces of it on the cold cure barrel in the locker room where Mr. Scorch was killed.
I didn't kill him. He was alive when I left the track, and I was with the 100-meter men for the rest of the night. You can ask them.
You could have slipped away unnoticed.
Well, ask my father then. He stayed behind to pack up my things and lock up. I didn't get back till 1 a.m. You finished? I have a race to run.
For now. Mr. Irons is the only person who uses that ointment.
Not quite. There is one other.
Are you sure about this?
We'll see.
What are you doing?
Racing.
You most certainly are not.
Aye. What's all this then?
Miss Roswell.
On Earth?
Miss Roswell, please step back.
No.
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to see my son race.
Mr. Irons, what time did you pack up on Friday evening, and what time did you leave?
Packing up didn't take long. I left shortly after Timothy.
Was there anyone else left at the track?
Not that I saw.
Did you happen to touch the cold cure barrels at any point?
No.
Then how do you explain us finding a smear of your special mentholated ointment on one of the handles?
Gentlemen, please escort Miss Roswell from the track.
Again, I ask you, did you have cause to touch the cold cure barrels?
Especially when you said yourself the treatment didn't work.
You keep your hands off her.
Stop it! Get off me!
Get off of me!
Much obliged, Miss Roswell.
My pleasure.
Mr. Irons, you are under arrest for murder. Why would you do this? Just so your son could win?
You would snuff out a young athlete in the prime of his career just for a race?
I would do anything for my son.
Including murder.
Timothy was the best until Scorch started poisoning him. That mercury stuff permanently messed him up.
The poison had lasting effects?
After the sabotage, Timothy tried to get back into the swing of things. He never regained his full strength.
Over time, mercury can damage motor skills and cause irreparable lung damage.
The last straw was that shameless cur boasting at the press conference after all he'd done. He was no champion. He was a fraud.
And you are now a murderer.
I suppose we can see what she can do.
On your marks. Get set. And go!
Go, Iggy!
Wow. A very fast time for Miss Roswell. Better than some of the men I coach.
And the women?
I have no idea how fast a woman can run.
Well, hopefully you'll find that out one day when we're finally invited to the games.
Then I await that day.
Who was that lady?
Oh, that's Miss Iggy Roswell.
She's so fast.
She certainly is. What's your name?
Myrtle Cook. One day, I'm going to be just like her. You were amazing. I came last. You were still amazing.
I have to say I agree with her.
Well, thank you. I am quite thirsty, though.
Ooh. Really, you should try this.
Is that the baby's drink?
Yes, but it's rich with electrolytes. It'll help you replenish the fluids that you've lost.
Wow, what a thirst quencher. This could really catch on.
Have some more.
So sweet of you to take care of your husband. I'm sure he's resting in peace. Fitting that he's buried where he planned to bury me.
What do you have planned for me?
I guess I'll keep you around.
I could give you all the money. I'll start over.
Oh, no need for all that. All I ask is that you do me one favor. Don't ever try to kill me again. Your prints are all over this.